leave my friends alone, man.
Leave my friends alone. I love the whole Flynn family, man. They're wonderful people.
Yeah.
Great
family.
KrAzY Blake is an emerging black country artist.
2821 Director Patrol.
Named One for Willie and has been invited to Nashville to audition for
Valley
industry executives, perform in a listening room, courtesy of Ree Geyer of Renzon Publishing. It's One for Willie. Now, which Willie?
Well, my dad's name was Willie. He passed away, and he got into music at a very young age, 5 years old, and he always said, "Trace, I'll be your number one fan as long as you believe in yourself." And he passed away before got to this point. So I said he's deserving of a title, and the One for Willie. And that's the band was named after.
That is wonderful, Tracy. I love that. And by the way, I don't know how to mess with a man named Willie Blake. You know what I mean? You sound like somebody you don't want to. He was a pretty stern guy.
Straight shooter, you know.
Yeah, I can see that. No question about it.
45
How'd you get involved in it? Now,
500.
obviously, as you pointed out, your father was involved in the industry. Was a performer yourself. Now, when did you start?
You know, I started at age 5. You know, I started in church with my dad's quartet group.
Sure.
And I started playing at the age of 5, and then I actually got in his group when I was like 6 or 7. And from there on, I just had a love for music. And as I got older, I kind of stepped outside the church and wanted to play some more guitar with the screaming tones, you know.
I just think it's wonderful, honestly, guys. So where did you grow up, Trace?
I grew up in Iowa. I grew up in Davenport, Iowa, and moved here when I moved here in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
To pursue music. So grew up listening to all different styles of music in Iowa, you know.
So do you think basically you came here because of maybe the influence, like, say, Prince and people like that?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You know, that changed my life when I saw Prince. He was my first concert, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. And then changed my life, and I came up to Minnesota to be a part of this music.
21741, my number.
Terrific. Tracy's been working with Ree for about 3.5 years, producing and
D.
recording
David,
several songs
944-046, 964.
Finale and the Brothers
I'll need the last 3 digits. Yes.
Will be available on August 27th, which is only 1 week from today.
53217.
Whiskey Sippy River.
Thank you.
Whiskey Sippy River was awesome. That was written by Shane McNally and
2832.
Big writers in the industry. And the Whiskey Sippy River is basically about a breakup.
It's a 19th party in the lobby on a status report.
And the guy goes from the headwaters of Minnesota, drinking whiskey, and all the way down to the Delta on a breakup. And there's actually a video of this song that should be coming out as well. It starts, like I said, in the headwaters of Minnesota, and we end up in Delta in Mississippi. So it's pretty cool.
I think it's fantastic. Now, Tracy, I got to ask you this question because well, first of all, I'll read this and then I'll ask a question. The Nashville trip set for September 21st to the 23rd will feature Tracy and One for Willie performing his original song, American Man, which speaks to growing up in the heartland, singing the Pledge of Allegiance, and prominently features first responders to the backdrop of the American flag. Tracy, as a black man in America today, does that cause you any problems being so proud of being an American?
4021, are you 1012? Can you copy some non-26 info?
And I'm proud to be who I am. And
Jack, go ahead.
No one in the world can take that from me. You know what I mean? So that's what America is about. You know, being proud of who you are.
All right, your party came back suspended.
See, Tracy, that's such
Clear
a great
check.
message.
He is listed as having a unserved temporary protection order, flag, caution, armed and dangerous.
Yeah, well, maybe for you.
Right. It's amazing, you know. You just gotta love yourself, and if you're
right,
you're American. You know,
no,
21 down.
That's just not about it.
No, that's understandable. Was Willie a big influence as
Can
far
you
as
send that over
that
to my
was
screen?
Tracy?
Section order.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my dad was always instilled pride and being proud of who you are. You know, he's from Mississippi, so he saw a lot of things growing up as a child. But you know, he still had pride in who he was. He never lost pride. You know, dignity. You know, it's everything.
Yeah, it makes total sense. I think it's, first of all, my mother was a huge country western fan, country music fan. She just absolutely loved it. Did Charlie Pride break a huge barrier there? Was he the one who did that?
Oh, definitely. Charlie Pride, he definitely opened up the avenues, the lanes for, black artists of today, So he just made it easier because he actually, he went through a lot of things that we will never go through. I can't imagine the stories that he had, as a young artist. But it definitely made a difference for us today.
So in other words, basically, you are the great American story. You grew up loving your family, loving your father, named your band after your father. Unfortunately, he passed away before you were able to do that. You were taught to be a really nice person. You were taught to be a good American, being proud to be American. You know how fortunate it was to have Willie in your life? You do know, don't you?
Man, yes. I think about it every day. I think about it every day, and every time I smile, I know that's my dad, my mom and dad, my family. They're a reason that I smile. You know what I mean? So
I know exactly what you mean. I love the fact that young people pay attention to influences, whether they be good or bad. Just kind of avoiding the bad ones, following the good ones, and a deep love for your parents, your family. That stuff we don't focus on that much anymore, Trace.
We don't. And I think, Tom, that, when we were young, 16, 17-year-olds, we know it all. And then as you get older, you start to hear things that your parents said to you. And they come back and they keep you grounded. You know what I mean?
They do indeed. Now, I don't know if you know Greg Coleman II. Greg is a very, very funny comedian. Yeah. He's son of one of the great punters in the history of the Minnesota Vikings. 10 years, I believe, he was a punter. But I asked him to name a bit after me, and then I'm going to ask you, could you write a song and dedicate it to me, and you could call the song Uncle Tom? What do you think?
I could easily do that. if you're asking me to do that, I could easily do that.
I think it's a great idea, man. This is for Uncle Tom. You think the white audience would get it? They might not even get the joke.
He might not, but all you gotta do is ask me, buddy.
Yeah, we're in, Tracy. I'm coming to see you the first night you're performing on stage. I don't care what state you're in, I'm coming to see it. It's going to be fantastic. I will tell you flat out, Tracy, one of the reasons we are having you on today is the fact that the Flynn family, and I adore the Flynn family, are just really, really good people. I miss Vince every day. I still have Vince's phone number on my telephone. I'm never going to erase it, man. I miss him.
Well, yeah. Good family, Dan and I, we speak pretty much every day, and I never got a chance to meet Vince. But I hear the stories. I know his stories, and I just know he was a great guy.
He was indeed, Tracy. I want you to get out there, and I want you to perform. Look, first of all, I guarantee you're going to be very, very successful because you believe in yourself. You had good tutelage from your family. You're a decent person, a really nice person, as a matter of fact. You got a sense of humor. You're going to be huge, pal. I'm telling you, you're going to be huge.
I do it for love, Tom. And if I can be huge, that's a perk, but I do it for love, man.
I can tell. And that all comes from great influence, doesn't it?
It does. It comes from the roots, man. We got to get back to our roots,
I love it. So when's the next time you're playing in town here in the Twin Cities?
Because my band, everyone doesn't live here in Minnesota, so...
oh, yeah.
But they're in and out of town, so the next couple of weeks we'll just probably be hitting some of the jam sessions and sitting in and having some fun, You can be in a practice studio for, only so much, and then you just want to get out and have fun and share your music with people, so we'll be hitting stages around the Twin Cities jam sessions and whatnot, and just to be on the stage, before we go to Nashville.
Yeah, first of all, I also need a favor from you because you're going September 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and I don't get to Nashville till November 11th, so you're going to have to stick around for about 6 weeks till I get there. What do you think?
Oh, man, November 11th?
November 11th through the 16th.
You might see me down there, buddy.
Well, you got to come by. Seriously, I'd love to have you come by and sit in on the show live. That would be, that'd be wonderful if you're still down there.
That would be awesome, Tom. We
Play
should
a
talk
little
about
music.
that. That sounds fun, man.
We'll sing a little song together. And you got to do it. I'm sorry, go, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome KrAzY Blake. You come on, go. Thank you, Uncle Tom. It's going to be the best. KrAzY, I'd love to meet you one day face to face. You're my kind of guy, and your family is my kind of family. I'll tell you that.
Likewise, man. I'd love to meet you someday, and so happy to be on the show, and pleasure to talk with you, brother.
No question about it. Now, if people want to hear you, do you have a website people can reach out to?
It's KrAZYBlake.com, TRACEY, Blake.com. And I'm also on Instagram, KrAzY Blake, the artist, on Instagram. So, Facebook as well. All the different platforms I'm on, and I'd love to connect with everybody out there listening.
I'll tell you what, KrAzY, Brian Zepp just brought your picture up on my screen.
Yeah.
Mind me never to piss you off.
21 Tom 72, checking your status.
That might love me like that.
Still checking.
If I may jump in here, KrAzY, real quick, thanks for sending along
119, checking your status.
to and enjoying them here off air. Sure, Tom's going to want to hear one of these. We've got We'll Come Back Around, American Man, you mentioned,
Reset.
and Whiskey Sippy River. Any particular song you'd like us to play here for our listeners, a little bit of?
You can play Whiskey Sippy River, since that's going to be the first single coming out, and I'd like the people to hear what's coming,
I think it's a great idea. KrAzY, thank you so much for your time. I will be in touch. Please do stay in touch. I'm going to be following your career because you have a really good heart, man. You're my kind of guy.
I'm honored to be here, Tom. You have no idea how honored I am. So, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, very, very soon, man. Got to grab a little dinner or lunch or whatever you can do.
Let's do this. All right.
All right, sir. We're going to play with... Good morning, sir. Have a great day. KrAzY Blake, ladies and gentlemen, KrAzY Blake. God, I love meeting new people like that, don't you? He's good folk. I'm not kidding, I saw his pictures like, oh, damn, I hope he didn't get mad at me. KrAzY Blake, I'll read this again. KrAzY Blake is an emerging black country artist with an all-black country band named 1-4 Willie, his father, and has been invited to Nashville to audition for industry executives and perform in a listening room courtesy of Re-Geyer of Ren Song Publishing. He's going down to Nashville on the 21st to the 23rd of September. He thinks he may still be there in November. When we get there, I would love to have him come sit in, play a song for us live. I would absolutely love that. Now, Brian, what do you got for us?
We have Whiskey Sippy River, the title track.
Very funny, Tony. Very funny, Tony. And you're a laugh riot.
There we go.
Love it already. It's gonna be one of them days.
You go on. That's our 6600 Pleasant on a follow-up for 426.
Once again, it's amazing. Anytime,
Copy.
remember, the Flynn family recommends something to me, it's always a home run. I will tell you that, man. Thank you again to the Flynn family for recommending Tracy Blake come on this show, because what an honor it is. What a nice man, a man who loves his life, who loves his father, loves his family, loves being American. Matter of fact, why don't you kiss his ass? What do you think of that? Seriously, I'm getting worn out with this whole "my life sucks." No, it does not suck anywhere near.
21,
A lot of people's lives suck in other areas of the world. Embrace it, enjoy it. Get out there and live your life. Tracy Blake, God, weren't you impressed? That was very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he sent us a few songs, and we only had time, but country rock, I would say to our listeners, but you just heard a pretty good sampling of it there.
You know the problem I got, Brian, and you've known me long enough that if I had been a drinker when I heard that in the bar, I'd be going, "The hell are you looking at?"
It's got some attitude.
It's got some attitude. That's exactly what it is. I love it, man. Yeah, we got to have Tracy on. We got to have him on again. And, man, if he can be on live in Nashville, that'd be a huge stroke.
How cool would that
And
be?
get Steve Gorman in there to play with him, maybe. Steve, I'm hoping Steve will come by. I'm hoping he's in Nashville when we're there. I love Steve Gorman, too. Black Crowes, of course, not with him anymore. But, see, those are the great thrills, the great surprises of this job. I didn't know what this was. I told you, I was told it was a completely different person by the lame brain who pointed it out to me. But it certainly did work out, man, because I absolutely loved having him on. No doubt about it. Coming up in noon hour is KQ Uninterrupted, Minnesota's classic rock without commercial interruption from 92 KQRS. Again, that's TracyBlake.com, TRACEY. So make sure you spell it right. Right? Tracy. Tracy. Right? Thank you. Last week, police in London, England got a frantic call about a speedboat on the
321, 4072, rechecking status.
holding 4 people dressed in black and carrying guns, but when they got there, they
Go
claimed
for
they were about to square off
Copy,
against Ethan
Clifford.
Hunt, Laura Croft, James Bond, and the Terminator. Okay. Turns out the boat hadn't been taken over by anyone. It
126.
was a publicity stunt for the
Go
speedboat
ahead.
company featuring celebrity impersonators.
Can you get a court date on that warrant?
Actors who looked like Tom Cruise, Angelina Jolie, Daniel Craig, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And all 4 had fake guns. Yeah, you might want to alert the authority, don't you think? Or did they do that on purpose? Did they not alert authorities that there was just a celebrity impersonation deal just to get this kind of attention? You think that's what this is all about?
Yeah, because it popped up all over social media this morning.
Yeah, there you go. So they got the job done. Fortunately, the cops figured out what was going on and did not shoot them with their real guns. No arrests were made. See, that's the whole problem I would have with, let's say, I don't know, who could I be an impersonator of? I'm sure, let me think about it. What was that guy who used to play with the Detroit Lions and then Mongo only pawn in Game of Life?
Alex Karras.
Yeah, I could do my celebrity Alex Karras impression. I just don't want to get shot by a cop who thinks I'm carrying a loaded gun. You know what I mean? But they got the job done, man. It's all over the internet. It's all over radio now, so they succeeded. Good for them. More than 3 centuries after a Massachusetts woman was wrongly convicted of witchcraft. I said witchcraft. And sentenced to death, she's finally on the verge of being
2032, can I get a phone number, please?
curious 8th grade civics class. State Senator Diana DiZolio
File is 7585.
has introduced legislation to clear the name of Elizabeth Johnson Jr., who was condemned in 1693 at the height of the Salem witch trials, but never executed. DiZolio
On driver.
says she was inspired by sleuthing done by a group of 13 and 14-year-olds at
84 East of France, 289, Tom, Charlie.
Students painstakingly researched
8
Johnson
for East France.
and the steps that would need to be taken to make sure she was formally pardoned. You know how we run across names, like I ran across a couple of names early this morning, I had no idea how to pronounce them. You go, yeah, whatever, go with Smith and Jones. You think they do that in other countries too, like Dazogli go? Hey, let's go with King Mao. Go with that from now on, damn it. They have the same complaints, don't they? Hey, did I hear that Jack Morris actually got fired for doing what he did?
We got suspended, I think.
Yeah, but it was... indefinitely.
Yeah.
Whenever they say indefinitely, that's not a good sign.
Right. If they don't have the balls to fire right now, they have to have several meetings
Yeah.
About it. But yeah, we don't know that he agreed to take diversity training, and then they suspended him indefinitely. So
Yeah. It's not looking good, man. And he went, did he say like Betty nice or something like that? Or what was it? Careful.
Be very, very careful when pitching to.
Ohtani.
Ohtani, thank you.
Yeah, Ohtani. And Ohtani didn't care, by the way. You do know that Ohtani said, I don't care, that's fine, no big deal. So I don't know, you can't do anything anymore, apparently.
It doesn't matter if he didn't care, a lot of white people were offended.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, it's the honkies from Whispering Meadows, no doubt about it. Shinichi Sunny Chiba. Damn it, I didn't know this. All right, my weekend is shot. I'll never see True Romance again. Remember, he was featured in True Romance. Those are the movies he was going to see. What was it called? The Street Fighter, Son of the Street Fighter, and again, the Son of the Street Fighter. Went through a triple.
And he was in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
He played Hattori Hanzo, the sword.
Love it. Sonny Chiba, martial arts master and Japanese actor who played legendary sword maker Hattori Hanzo in Kill Bill, has decided at age 80 has died at 82, according to Japan's Oricon News. According to Oricon, Chiba died Thursday in Chiba Prefecture, Kimitsu Hospital from pneumonia caused by COVID-19. Oh, he died of COVID-19. Jesus! He'd been hospitalized since August 8th. Sonny Chiba was also confirmed to the rap by his manager Timothy Beale, who says that Chiba would have next started a film prior to the pandemic called Outbreak Z that would have starred Jesse Ventura and Wesley Snipes. Hey, listen, I was talking to Sonny Chiba and he told me to be in a movie with him. I would have liked that. Chiba, a skilled martial artist, starred in dozens of films and television shows since the early 60s. Among his popular films were the Yakuza Cop, and Street Fighter series in the 70s. That's what it was. It was Street Fighter. Yeah, Street Fighter 1, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 8.
Good.
That's what it was.
They were great.
810-6 out of the city.
Launched his international career when New Line released the film and gave it an X rating for its extreme violence. But he became popular with modern Western audiences after his portrayal of Hanzo in Quentin Tarantino's Kill Bill. But his name first came up in Quentin Tarantino's written True Romance. That's the first time I ever heard his name. Did you know him before that?
There was a reference of him going back all the way to Reservoir Dogs because Quentin Tarantino was a huge fan of his. And of course, it ripped off a lot of that with Reservoir Dogs in particular. Was actually originally a Chinese story, I want to say Hong Kong cinema film that he reworked himself. But and that's what made me go back and punch in his name and track down his videos and become a big fan, was because of the Quentin Tarantino movies.
Yep. I forgot that he was mentioned in Reservoir Dogs as well. I just looked back on the
For a dog at large, John and Belmore.
tip at the restaurant. That was one of my favorite scenes in that movie. Who was that again?
Steve Buscemi.
It was Buscemi.
That's it.
Mr.
He didn't
Brown.
believe in it.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown, that's right. Love
Was it
that
Mr.
movie.
Pink?
It was Pink, yeah. He didn't
Oh,
want
he's
to
Mr. Pink.
He objected.
Plus, what do you call me Pink for? Why do I have the name Mr. Pink? He's a hell of a talent, man. That guy's good. No doubt about it. It is now time for the traffic and weather. And here is Candace with the traffic at KQ.
KQ Traffic is sponsored by Valley Pools and Spas. Valley Pools and Spas. Launching to perfection. Valley Pools and Spas. Launching to perfection. Valley Pools and Spas. There's an accident on the right shoulder, 494 westbound at Highway 5. And a reminder, 94 eastbound, that lane closure is canceled between Marion Street and Wabasha Street this weekend. This report is also sponsored by Staples Stores. Staples Connect has amazing prices for everything on your back-to-school list. Right now, Crayola 12-count colored pencils, 10 plus 2 Crayola marker bonus packs, and Staples 2-pack scissors are just 97 cents each. Offer ends 9/18, limit 30 on Crayola, limit 6 on scissors. Staples. KQ Weather is sponsored by Miller Marine, Bennington Superstore located in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Thank you very much. 88 today, maybe a severe afternoon thunderstorm. We should get some rain, hopefully not the thunderstorm. 66 for the overnight low, damaging evening thunderstorm possible again, so the afternoon and the evening tomorrow, or tonight and tomorrow. 74, sunny and cooler tomorrow. Should be a gorgeous day once that evening passes through. We are now up to 77 degrees, 77 and sunny right now, 88 severe afternoon thunderstorm, but should be sunny until about noon, then partly cloudy, and we'll see how everything develops. Pretty much.
317 for door.
So that's cool. Acme Comedy Company headliner Curtis Cook will join us next on KQ.
North American Banking Company presents the KQ Morning Show in Return to Nashville. While that would be an awesome movie, head to 92KQRS.com and join us as we celebrate returning to normal in the Twin Cities.